is going to show you how to detach and reattach a yoke. We have a couple different versions of our yoke, but they're all pretty much the same. They deal with sort of what we call the cape here against the body, and then the shoulder pads. So to detach, you're going to unthread your shoulder pad from what we call the Superman strap, which is the strap attached to the backpack itself. So you're going to pull that out. You are going to detach the load lifters, or load stabilizers, as we like to call them. The Stein has a male-female attach. Sometimes it's a threaded buckle up top here. There's a few different versions, but you want to make sure those are detached. And that has kind of fully detached the webbing of the yoke from the pack bag itself. When you reach behind the yoke, you'll see a little pull tab that will release and open up the cape of the yoke. And in there you'll find our yoke adjuster. Again, we have a few different versions of these, but in general it's a piece of plastic that we use as part of our frame sheet. It works as part of the framing for your pack as well as the adjuster. And you can use that to break that Velcro seal and slide the yoke out. And then here you can see we have our main cape Velcro. There's hook Velcro inside the body panel that's going to attach that yoke to the pack and seat it in there nice and stable. So to put your yoke back in your pack, basically repeat the process in reverse. You're going to want to make sure that adjuster is seated. Sometimes with a smaller yoke, where you're trying to get the body panel nice and short and get that yoke as far down the sort of sleeve as possible, there is this seam here with the lumbar, and it can have a tendency to hang up there. Just know that sleeve does run all the way down. So get your adjusted seated nice and low, and then it's just a matter of threading it past that seam and kind of a little bit of friction at that point. But yeah, with the adjuster in, you're going to want to place the yoke in front of the adjuster to keep that Velcro seal broken. And we're just going to slowly kind of feed that yoke down. So like I said, you can kind of feel that point where it gets hung up. But know that it can go through and seats just as well down low as it does up high. But for adjustment, obviously you want to match that to the torso length. But once that's in place, you can kind of set that Velcro. Always be sure to replace the adjuster back in that yoke. As it does work as part of the framing system. And then it's just a matter of reattaching your web. Again, on the Stein we have the male-female, so it's nice and easy. Plug those in. And then just thread these Superman pieces of webbing back through the bottom buckle on the shoulder pad. And once that is threaded on, your yoke is reattached.